So we read from chapter 1, Adilila, from Chaitanya Charitamrita, the spiritual masters. So we'll recite that. I will read, and along while we're reading, I will also read Prabhupada's purport, and then I'll try to explain. And then along, you can raise your hand if you need some clarification, you have any doubts from what we're going to read. Okay? Yes?
Yes.
Children also can ask. Everyone is allowed to ask. Even those who are hearing from social media, the Facebook and YouTube. Hare Krishna. Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Vande Gurun Isha Bhaktam Isham Isha Vatarakan Tat Prakasham Chatakchati Krishna Chaitanya Sangakam. Translation. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the spiritual masters, the devotees of the Lord's incarnations, His plenary portions, His energies, and the primeval Lord Himself, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. There. Bande Sri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Sahodito Godadaye Pushpavanto Chitrasando Tamonudo. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, who are like the sun and moon. They have arisen simultaneously on the horizon of Goda to dissipate the darkness of ignorance and thus wonderfully bestow benediction upon all. Yad Advaitam Brahma Punasadhi Tad Api Asya Tanubha Ya Atmantaryami Purusha Iti Sosham Shabibabha Sad Aiswaryai Purnoya Iha Bhagavan Saswayam Ayam Na Chaitanyat Krishna Jagati Paratatvam Param Iha. What the Upanishads describes as the impersonal Brahman is but the effulgence of his body. And the Lord, known as the Supersoul, is but his localized plenary portion. Lord Chaitanya is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna himself, full with six opulences. He is the absolute truth, and no other truth is greater than or equal to him. Anarpita charim chirat karunayana bhartinan kalau sarmapayito unutojvala rasam sabhakti shiyam Haripurata Sundara Jyoti Kadamba Sandipita Sadaridaya Kandare Spuratova Sachinandana. May the Supreme Lord, who is known as the son of Srimati Sachidevi, be transcendentally situated in the innermost chambers of your heart. Resplendent with the radiance of molten gold, he has appeared in the age of Kali by his causeless mercy to bestow what no incarnation has ever offered before, the most sublime and radiant mellow of devotional service, the mellow of conjugal love. Radha Krishna Panaya Brikritir Ladini Shakti Rashmat Ekatmano Api Bhuvi Pura Deha Vedam Gatautau Chaitanyakyam Prakatam Adhuna Tad Dvayam Chaikyam Aptam Radha Baba Jyoti Subalitang Namu Naomi Krishna Swarupam. The loving affairs of Sri Radha and Krishna are transcendental manifestations of the Lord's internal pleasure giving potency. Although Radha and Krishna are one in their identity, previously they separated themselves. Now these two transcendental identities have again united in the form of Sri Krishna Chaitanya. I bow down to him who has manifested himself with the sentiment and complexion of Srimati Radharani, although he is Krishna himself. Hmm. Okay, we'll just read the translation. Huh? And if there is no purport, then we'll continue reading. Desiring to understand the glory of Radharani's love, the wonderful qualities in him that she alone relishes through her love, and the happiness she feels when she realizes the sweetness of his love, the Supreme Lord Hari, richly endowed with her emotions, appeared from the womb of Shrimati Sachidevi as the moon appeared from the ocean. Next text. This is text 7 now. May Sri Nityananda Ram be the object of my constant remembrance, Shankarshan, Sheshanag, and the Vishnus, who lie on the Karana ocean, Garbha ocean, and ocean of milk, are his plenary portions and the portions of his plenary portions. These are all very can be explained furthermore, but there is no purport, so I'll just keep reading. It's not proper to give one's explanation if Prabhupada did not give purport. If you do, it will look like you're more better than Prabhupada. Yeah? Of course. I surrender unto lotus feet. Yes. Lord Nityananda Ram. Text 9. I offer my full obeisances unto the feet of Sri Nityananda Ram, whose partial representation called Karanadakashai Vishnu, lying on the Karana ocean, is the original Purusha, the master of the illusory energy and the shelter of all the universes. That's Karanadakashai Vishnu, same as Mahavishnu. I offer my obeisances unto the feet of Sri Nityananda Ram, a partial part of whom is Garbhodakashai Vishnu. From the navel of Garbhodakashai Vishnu sprouts the lotus, that is the birthplace of Brahma. The engineer of the universe, the stem of the lotus is the resting place of the multitude of planets. So there is one Garbhodakashai Vishnu in every universe, where all the different Lord Brahmas, they manifest from his navel. Next text 11. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the feet of Sri Nityananda Ram, whose secondary part is the Vishnu lying in the ocean of milk. The Sri Dakashai Vishnu is the super soul of all living entities and the maintainer of all the universes. Sesanaga is his further subpart. Mm. So this Sirdakashayi Vishnu, he's the one that Lord Brahma and the demigods, if they have some problem, they will go to the Shir Sagar, the ocean of milk.
Well, where is that Shiv Saga situated in this material world?
You want to find out? Somewhere out there. It's in the heavenly planets, must be, not in our earthly planet. Shir Sagar. This is not the same as Garbodak ocean, no. Somewhere out there where Lord Brahma and the demigods, they will go and they will ask for help. And only Lord Brahma, he cannot see. He cannot see Kshirdakashayi Vishnu. He can only hear. And the demigods, they cannot hear. Only Brahma can hear. And then he will report, he will tell to the demigods what happened. Usually says, don't worry, when the right time comes, I will appear. Because they will complain because they're being disturbed by the demons, especially big demons like Hiranyakashipu. Um, the demigods, they're very special personalities. They can see Lord Krishna's pastimes 5,000 years ago, or even 500 years ago. They also witness the appearance of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So where is this? Somewhere out there. But it is spiritual, like the North Pole. Yeah? North Star. North Star. What do you call this? Dhruv Loka. It is spiritual. It never get destroyed at the time of annihilation. Yes. Ramananda Roy, he studies more Bhagavatam than I do.
No.
Yes.
It is above our your question, if you allow me.
Yeah, sure.
So this is our Brahman. Above the Brahman is the odd 14 planetary system. Above the planetary system is the Dhruv Loka, Shishul, dolphin-like, there is all the nakshatra and all that. Above that is 8 avarans. 8 avarans. Avarans means obstacles, like earth, value, all that. So 8 avarans. After the 8 avarans, there is Braja river. Braja river. After that is a Vaikuntha Lok. In there is the ocean of milk.
The ocean of milk is there. So they
It's all
go.
defined. It's all given in the Bhagavatam.
So they go up to the ocean of milk, to the
yeah. So every Brahman has this kind of a.
I thought the ocean of milk is in the material world.
No, we see the.
Maybe it's a different milk, ocean of milk. Because they're demigods, they cannot go immediately. Maybe there's a different ocean of milk. It's okay.
They pray for the ocean at the Braja river is. This is where they stop.
Yeah,
Beyond
they cannot go beyond
And
that.
the application.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu. Is that okay? You want to go there? Lord Advaita Acharya is the incarnation of Mahavishnu, whose main function is to create the cosmic world through the actions of Maya. So that's why Advaita Acharya. He's actually combination of Mahavishnu and Sadashiva. Yes. Just like in Harihar Kshetra, there's a deity of Lord Vishnu and this in Mayapur. Lord Vishnu and also Lord Shiva. One is blue and one is black and holding different items like trident. And then the other one conch, wearing, or not wearing, but holding. Text 13. Because he is none different from Hari, the Supreme Lord, he is called Advaita. And because he propagates the cult of devotion, he is called Acharya. He is the Lord and the incarnation of the Lord's devotee. Therefore, I take shelter of him. Text 14. Panchatatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Sharupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Yamami Bhakta Shaktikam. I offer my obeisances unto the Supreme Lord Krishna, who is none different from his features as a devotee, devotional incarnation, devotional manifestation, pure devotee and devotional energy. Jayatam surato pangor mama manda matirgati matsarvasva patambojao radha madana mohanam. Glory to the all-merciful Radha and Madan Mohan. I am lame and ill-advised, yet they are my directors, and their lotus feet are everything to me. Divyad Vrindaranya Kalpadrumadhau Shimad Ratnagara Simhasanastau Shimad Radha Shila Govinda Devo Prestalibhi Sevyamano Smarami. In a temple of jewels in Vrindavan, underneath a desire tree, Sri Radha Govinda, served by their most confidential associates, sit upon an effulgent throne. I offer my humble obeisances unto him. So sometimes we go to these places where Radha and Govinda will have these pastimes. In Vrindavan, Shiman Rasa Rasaramvi Bamshibata Tatastita Karshana Bhenu Swanar Gopir Gopinata Sri Stuna. Srila Gopinath, who originated the transcendental mellow of the rasa dance, stands on the shore in Vamshivat and attracts the attention of the cowherd damsels with the sound of his celebrated flute. May they all confer upon us their benediction. Yeah, we've been to this place, Vamshivat. It says that if you still want to enjoy the material world, then you don't go there. Because when you go there, your heart will be stolen. You must have heard of that word, I lost my heart in Vrindavan. Yes. I saw one devotee in, I think in Alachua or San Jose. He says, I lost my shoes in Vrindavan. I say, yeah, that's true. I lost my shoes also in Vrindavan. Even wooden shoes. They will take my wooden shoes. It was the last day of Kartik. So it was brand new. And I used it. Then when I came out after the announcement, it's gone. I cannot find it. So yes, because we're so attached to family life, that's the problem. Srila Prabhupada says that's the most binding in this world, the family. There's nothing wrong with the family. It is our idea, our wanting to enjoy the material things, because Grihastha life, they have license for sense enjoyment. And sometimes they go overboard. They will say, oh, this is for Krishna. But it's not for Krishna, it is for you. It's just an excuse to say, oh, it's for Krishna. So don't go there, Vamshivat, okay? If you still want to enjoy this material world, yeah? There's a meaning, that means you should go there.
Yeah, don't get.
It's not that you don't go there. It says you should go there because you want to get out of this material world, right? This is Rupa Goswami. Rupa Goswami.
When they say no, then you want to do it more.
Huh?
I said when they say no, then you want to do it more.
Yeah, that means no. That means you want repeated birth and death, suffering, more suffering. Hmm. Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Glory to Sri Chaitanya and Nityananda. Glory to Advaita Chandra and glory to all the devotees of Sri Gaura, Lord Chaitanya. Text 119. Text 1, chapter 1, text 19. Yes. Etina takura gaudiya ke kariya chena atmasat etinera charana bandham tine moranat. These three deities of Vrindavan, Madan Mohan, Govinda, and Gopinath, have absorbed the heart and soul of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, followers of Lord Chaitanya. I worship their lotus feet, for they are the lords of my heart. Purport: the author of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita offers his respectful obeisances unto the three deities of Vrindavan, named Sri Radha Madan Mohan, Sri Radha Govinda Dev, and Sri Gopinath Ji. So it says that in one day you'll have darshan of the deities, the original deities of the Goswamis. Most of them they are in Jaipur because when the Mughals came, they tried to desecrate. That means they want to destroy temples and deities also. So the king made an arrangement for the deities to be transported to Jaipur or in Rajasthan. Like Radhan Madan Mohan is in Rajasthan. Yes. If we want to understand, we have to understand first. Yeah, we mentioned that. Sambandha Gyan, our position. Who are we? Who is Krishna? What is my relationship with him? He is a supreme enjoyer, and I'm always his servant. I'm always meant to serve him. Then Shishirada Govinda Dev, yes, it says, and the king, when as soon as he rise up from his sleep the night before, he wants to see the darshan of Govinda Dev, Shishirada Govinda Ji in Jaipur. So the king, as soon as he wakes up, he'll have darshan of the Lord. Very, very powerful deities of the Goswamis. Gopinath also, Shishirada Gopinath is there in Jaipur. These three deities are the life and soul of the Bengali Vaishnavas or Gaudiya Vaishnavas who have a natural aptitude for residing in Vrindavan. So the Pratibhu deities of these different deities, original. Pratibhu means exactly the same. And they have the same potency as well. So in Vrindavan, the deities are Pratibhu. One deity that they're not able to find and touch, Radharaman. She's the Radharaman deity. Because they thought it's residential. That's true. When you enter there, the Goswamis live around. So, The Gaudiya Vaishnavas who follow strictly in the line of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu worship the divinity by chanting transcendental sounds, meant to develop a sense of one's transcendental relationship with the Supreme Lord, a reciprocation of the mellows, rasas of mutual affection, and ultimately the achievement of the desired success in loving service. These three deities are worshipped in three different stages of one's development. The followers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu scrupulously follow these principles of approach. So, yes, in the beginning stage, the worship is that of Radha Madan Mohan. And then the Abhideya deity is Sri Radha Govinda Dev. That means the means to attain the highest desire of success, which is Krishna Prem. So we chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. That is the means and that is the end. And we also read Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam every day, regularly. Regularly means every day, Prabhupada says. Then all of this development will transpire, and then the worship of Shri Radha Gopinath, master of the gopis. This is how we approach attaining love of God. They are the prayojana. Gaudiya Vaishnavas perceive the ultimate objective in Vedic hymns composed of 18 transcendental letters that adore Krishna as Madan Mohan, Govinda and Gopi Jana Vallabha. Madan Mohan is he who charms Cupid. The god of love, Govinda, is he who pleases the senses and the cows, and Gopi Jana Vallabha is a transcendental lover. The gopis, Krishna himself, is called Madan Mohan, Govinda, Gopi Jana Vallabha, and countless other names as he plays in his different pastimes with his devotees. Okay, we'll go on. Any question, any point so far? Next text. In the beginning of the narration, simply by remembering the spiritual master, the devotees of the Lord, and the personality of Godhead, I have invoked their benediction. Such remembrance destroys all difficulties and very easily enables to fulfill his own desires. The invocation involves three processes. I'm going to skip. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Because it's the beginning, there is no purport, right? But later on, Prabhupada will give explanations to those. I offer my obeisances unto all my Vaishnava readers as I begin to explain the intricacies of all these verses. He was like 90 plus when he wrote the Chaitanya Charitamrita. If you go to Radhakund, there is the Bhajan Kutir of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, where he wrote the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Some devotees, they donated to fix, because very old, 500 years old. Yeah? So that must be dilapidated. That means, okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Bande Gurun Isha Bhaktan. This is text 34. Isa Batarakan. Tad Prakasam Chatat Shakti Krishna Chaitanya Shamyakam. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the spiritual masters, the devotees of the Lord and the Lord's incarnations, his plenary portion, his energies, and the primeval Lord himself, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Okay. It's a purport. We don't. I first offer my respectful obeisances at the lotus feet of my initiating spiritual master and all my instructing spiritual master. Text 35. Mantra Guru Ara Yata Shiksha Guru Gana Tanhara Charana Age Kariye Vandana. I offer my respectful obeisances at the lotus feet of my initiating spiritual master and all my instructing spiritual masters. Purport. Srila Jiva Goswami, in his thesis Bhakti Sandarbha 202, has stated that uncontaminated devotional service is the objective of pure Vaishnavas, and that one has to execute such service in the association of other devotees. By associating with devotees of Lord Krishna, one develops a sense of Krishna consciousness and thus becomes inclined toward the loving service of the Lord. This is the process of approaching the Supreme Lord by gradual appreciation and devotional service. If one desires unalloyed devotional service, one must associate with devotees of Sri Krishna. For by such association, only can a conditioned soul achieve a taste for transcendental love and thus revive his eternal relationship with Godhead in a specific manifestation and in terms of the specific transcendental mellow rasa that one has eternally inherent in him. So, yes, we all have unique relationship with Lord Krishna. We mentioned that earlier. He's the only person who has relationship with everyone. Our relationship with our family can be extended a little bit more, but not so much. But Lord Krishna, his relationship with everyone is unique. And that is the goal, how we can uncover, because it says that we have forgotten our relationship with Lord Krishna. We will always be a servant. Lord Krishna will always be the supreme enjoyer. But this different relationship with the Supreme Lord is specific with each and every jiva. Just like, again, example, in your family, you have different relationships amongst each other. But the families, if Krishna is the center, then that is the best. Then they'll be able to uncover their eternal relationship easily. If everyone in the family is very fortunate that they all chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, isn't it? It'll be quicker. It'll be easier. What if not? Hare Krishna. It's gonna be a little difficult. It's like, if one wants to develop this unalloyed devotional service, then we have to associate with the devotees of the Supreme Lord. So it says charity starts at home. That means it'll be ideal if the whole family are practicing Krishna consciousness. So we don't have to worry about them, right? Especially children. This is the greatest worry of the parents. How they can grow up and continue. Maybe in the young age, yes, it's okay, but then later on, to continue continuously serving the Lord. Then we'll be able to revive our eternal relationship. If one develops love for Krishna by Krishna conscious activities, one can know the Supreme Absolute Truth, but he who tries to understand God simply by logical arguments will not succeed, nor will he get a taste for unalloyed devotion. Hmm. The secret is that one must submissively listen to those who know perfectly the science of God, and one must begin the mode of service regulated by the preceptor. A devotee already attracted by the name, form, qualities, etc. of the Supreme Lord may be directed to his specific manner of devotional service. He need not waste time in approaching the Lord through logic. The expert spiritual master knows well how to engage his disciples' energy in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. And thus he engages a devotee in a specific devotional service according to his special tendency. Can you chant for 2 minutes? Chant for 2 minutes. Everyone, I'm coming back.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna. So we continue from where we left off. Let me see. A devotee already attracted by the name, form, qualities, etc. of the Supreme Lord may be directed to his specific manner of devotional service. He need not waste time in approaching the Lord through logic. The expert spiritual master knows well how to engage his disciples' energy in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. And thus, he engages a devotee in a specific devotional service according to his spiritual special tendency. So it's very clear here how the spiritual master, he knows exactly how to engage his disciples' energy or talent or ability in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. Yes, because each and every one of us has something that we are having this specialty. One may be good in cooking, one may be good in sewing, one may be good in artik or kirtan or preaching, book distribution, in many, many ways. So the spiritual master being the external manifestation of the Paramatma, he knows also. Somehow he has this mystic power to know how to engage the disciple accordingly so that he can, his full potential can be used for Krishna service. Yeah. If you're good in singing, then yes, that's the way how it goes. If you're good in mridanga or good in harmonium, and the spiritual master knows he'll encourage you more to do all these things. Good in construction of temple. It's like in Delhi, there's about 18 temples alone. And they're big. Some of them are big, humongous. They're not ordinary, like a house or something. Yeah. And Guru Maharaj engages many of his disciples in this way. They became so expert, but some took many years to finish, like Dwarka. Yeah, it's still a few more years. We were in Rohini, such a beautiful temple. It's like a museum, transcendental museum. If you go inside, the way they laid out the temple room is very amazing. It's amazing. So, yes, our Guru Maharaj, he engaged all of his disciples accordingly, each and every one. Just like Krishna having relationship with each and every one. So it's a different rasa in a sense, different mellow. But it says that of the instruction coming from the spiritual master, the utmost important, the most important is the chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. That's the conclusion, the service that, because before we can do service, we have to chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra first, right? Or others, they don't like chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, but they do want to serve the Lord. I know some like that. Or they go directly to Radharani without having understanding that we cannot get the mercy of Radha Krishna without the mercy of Nityananda and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Or we cannot get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda without the mercy of the six Goswamis. And the parampara, then, again, we have to please and follow the instructions coming from our spiritual master. Hmm. That's how it goes. And he knows where to channel, how to channel our energy accordingly. That is his expertise. Hmm. A devotee must have only one initiating spiritual master. Yes. Because in the scriptures, acceptance of more than one is always forbidden. Why? Why only one? Same thing, you only have one mother. Do you have many mothers? Where is this boy? He's not here. Oh, he's gone. Oh, do you have many mothers? You can have many fathers, but only one mother. Yes, that's true. We only came one from the womb of our mother. So we only also, when we took birth in spiritual life, is because of our spiritual father. Our physical father is our first father, uh, not our first father. We had many, many fathers before. Many, many. Unlimited, practically, in each and every species of life we've been through. But there is only one guru. There's only one spiritual master. He's sent by Lord Krishna to save us. Uh, so, yes, you cannot have two initiating. Sometimes, I don't know, they get reinitiated. Yes, sometimes they get reinitiated. Let's say if the guru fall away, uh, or the disciple thinks that, oh, this other guru is better than my guru, present guru. So let me, I think I will follow this guru now in this regard. My present guru. Oh, that is an offense. If there is nothing wrong with the guru, why you jump to the next? Hmm? In the spiritual life, there is no divorce. There is no divorce between guru and the disciple. He says it is eternal. How to understand? We cannot, in our teeny mind, how we can grasp this. But this, we just accept the Shastra. Because ultimately, Guru is a representative of Lord Krishna. Ultimately, the relationship, the eternal relationship is with Krishna. But the Guru played a very important role in connecting the disciple to Krishna. At the time of initiation, it's like formality. Like Prabhupada, when he met Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur in Ultadanga Road, on the rooftop, and then when he was defeated, he says, I'm never defeated, but this time I admit my defeat. And he understood that he is my spiritual master. within his heart, he accepted Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur as his guru. And he says, Krishna consciousness is in good hand of a saintly person. He met a saintly person, he says. I met a saintly person. And even in the first meeting, he told him, why don't you preach? Why don't you spread this science of Krishna consciousness to the English-speaking world? That was his first instruction. Immediately, he could understood. How powerful. There's a meeting of two pure devotees. This is the nature of the spiritual world. So their relationship is eternal. The connection. So when we will have that realization that I'm connected to Krishna through my spiritual master, this parampara, this. So when we really committed, to the instructions and not to disobey the orders of the spiritual master, then we are connected. As soon as we disobey or not follow the instructions, then we are not in the disciplic succession. We get disconnected again or something. So we have to connect ourselves by following the instructions. And again, each and every disciple is different. So accordingly, the spiritual master engages the disciple according to the best of his ability. This is how it goes. And a devotee must have only one initiating spiritual master. There is one disciple of Srila Prabhupada in the early days, and he asked to be blessed to be initiated by one of his god brothers. So he asked Prabhupada, and Prabhupada says, yes, I bless you, you go to hell. Still a blessing, say? Still a blessing. It's an offense, actually. But somehow, yes, it happens sometimes. Devotees, they left their guru, they go somewhere else. What to do? What to do? It's an offense. There is no limit, however, to the number of instructing spiritual masters one may accept. Generally, a spiritual master who constantly instructs a disciple in spiritual science becomes his initiating spiritual master later on. So this is what we call Shiksha Gurus. You can have unlimited Shiksha Gurus. That means they're not ordinary. Also, it's not that the purity of the Siksha Guru is the same. It is the same. The purity of the Siksha Guru is the same as the purity of the Diksha Guru. How else? How could he be a Siksha Guru? It's not like, hey, Prabhu, can you help me here? I want you to do something. I need help, some service. That's not Siksha Guru. That's just like engaging you. Or specifically, like if you have any queries, any question, any doubts about spiritual life, how you can make advancement, then you can approach uh, these devotees. Usually they are not just sannyasis, they're also grihastas or brahmacharis. Um, we think that Siksha Guru should only be sannyasis. No, could be a grihasta in good standing, very exemplary in one's spiritual life. Mhm. Mhm. That means Siksha Guru is someone whom you can ask for help, or the Siksha Guru helps one to make advancement in Krishna consciousness as well. It's not the same as like your teacher in Bhakti Sastri. Your teacher in Bhakti Sastri, he knows the philosophy, he understands, but he can help you also if you continue that relationship. But only after Bhakti Sastri, yeah. So what is that? That means it's like a teacher only, huh? Um, Shiksha Guru is beyond that. Beyond that. Someone whom you can take shelter of if you have any problems, spiritual problems, be able to also help you. And as we mentioned before, also, one should not just go and approach the Guru both ways for some material problems. But what to do again? Who else? Who else is he gonna go? Who else is he going to approach? Who else is he going to ask for remedial? Is there anybody else? Probably no. Probably no, isn't it? But it's okay. You can approach, but not all the time. Material problems, material problems. Um, if we'll be able to somehow connect ourselves in service of the Lord and with the help of the devotees, I don't see any problems will come. Yeah, there is maybe at work. Yeah, I know some devotees, they work for 16 hours. That's crazy. 16, and he was telling me he was a computer and his wife is feeding him while he's typing. Um, that is painful, isn't it? There's a lot of suffering in there.
Twice.
Huh?
I find it good.
Yes.
I work while feeding.
But they have to do something also.
I don't like this word.
I mean, how much more? So the guru will help us in many ways, instruct us in many ways, but ultimately all the problems can be solved if we chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra without any offenses. That is the ultimate solution, because you will be detached. You'll be detached. You'll not be affected with what's happening. You're affected, but very like this much instead of like big. Hmm. So generally, a spiritual master who constantly instructs a disciple in spiritual science becomes his initiating spiritual master later on. So that's why, for those mm, who did not get initiation from formal initiation, even though Guru Maharaj accepted you for you to take shelter of him, and was not able to formalize physically that connection. But don't think like that you're not connected. You're already connected. But then the next step now is that to find someone who is giving you instructions. Usually it says here, who constantly instructs a disciple. But Guru Maharaj will be our eternal, for those who got initiated, and for those who did not, he is still our spiritual master, a Shiksha Guru, from his instructions. It's not that, it's hard to think you cut off your relationship because he just left, right? So he says, okay, that's it. It's not like that. It's eternal. Again, it is eternal, that relationship. So you just have to be careful to choose the right guru, spiritual master. Krishna will guide you accordingly, according to your sincerity. Krishna will guide you to the spiritual master who actually uh, have the same kind of, you are having the same kind of mood. This is how you find the guru. The guru will, you'll find in him what you have, that you want to develop more. That's guru, disciple. Yeah. And this is just what I noticed recently, that disciples of certain guru, they carry the same mood. If one is good in kirtan, then all the disciples are good in kirtan also. Yeah. So, um, but our guru is very special. He has all the good qualities. We're not saying that he's the best, but he's very special. Of course, for the disciple, he is the best. Otherwise, he's my guru. He's the best for me.
But Maharaj, even for other disciples who are not his disciple, he was the best. So many
Yeah,
glorifications.
yeah, but we cannot. We don't know what they're thinking, even though everyone is glorifying Guru Maharaj because he's unique. But for the disciples, they should think that their guru is the best. That is my point. That is my point, right? Others, they can think also if they like. Sure. But some of his God brothers, they glorify him so much. Yeah. One God sister says he is the greatest saint he's ever met. Oh, to say like that. In Vrindavan too. Mother Daiva Shakti. Many, many. Yes. Okay. One should always remember that a person who is reluctant to accept a spiritual master and be initiated is sure to be baffled in his endeavor to go back to Godhead. This is the last. This is the last step, but also this is the initial step. When one surrenders unto a bona fide spiritual master, that is the conclusion. When they start chanting, reading Prabhupada's books, ultimately they'll come to the point that they will need a guru. Yeah? But then that is not the end. That is just the beginning. That's why it says initiation. Initiation means initial, right? But that is the conclusion of whatever one is doing in the beginning, when he finally, and no one can tell you who to take initiation from. No one can say, "Hey, he's a nice guru. Why don't you go? Why don't you go? Take initiation from him?" No, no, no. It's not like how it is. Or you have to study also the guru, not study that to check. Okay, is he good? Is he good? No, no, like that. But yeah, one has to get that relationship be established. Um, he has to be ideal devotee, and guru means he's always thinking of Krishna all the time and his devotees. He doesn't have moment gap that not thinking of Krishna. We can all reach that platform also. Yes. So one needs to be initiated to go back home, back to Godhead. One who is not properly initiated might present himself as a great devotee, but in fact, he is sure to encounter many stumbling blocks on his path of progress toward spiritual realization, with the result that he must continue his term of material existence without relief. This is most important, isn't it? There'll be many hurdles, there are many obstacles, many stumbling blocks, many barricades to go back home, back to Godhead. It's not possible to go back to Godhead without Guru. Guru is a must. Tad vijnanartam sagurum iva abhigachet. One has to, if one wants to realize the supreme absolute truth, then one must approach a bona fide spiritual master. Otherwise, there'll be no relief for material existence, and one will take birth again and again, lifetime after lifetime. And it's very painful. Is taking birth painful or no painful?
Yes.
It is painful, both for the child and the mother, and the husband also worries. That's emotional. That's more, isn't it? Don't know what to do. Go back and forth. Yeah. Want to go inside, but you cannot. So yes, it is painful. Birth is painful. Death is painful. Being alive is painful. Everything is painful. So there's no relief. Such a helpless person is compared to a ship without a rudder, for such a ship can never reach its destination. It is imperative, therefore, that one accept a spiritual master if he at all desires to gain the favor of the Lord. The service of the spiritual master is essential. See, when we serve the spiritual master, it is not that he is the one who's getting the benefit. It is us. It is us. So when we bow down to the spiritual master, we get the benefit of bowing down, not him. And then when he accepts our service, he's not accepting in himself. He's accepting it on behalf of the Guru Parampara, on behalf of Lord Krishna. That's how it is. His service is to accept the service. And our service is to serve him. That is the difference, Guru and the disciple. If there is no chance to serve the spiritual master directly, a devotee should serve him by remembering his instructions. Isn't it? That's very powerful. Now we cannot serve Guru Maharaj directly, but we can by remembering his instructions. Remembering his instructions means following his instructions. Mhm. There is no difference between the spiritual master's instructions and the spiritual master himself. Now, this is Vani and Bapu. Vani means instructions, Bapu means physical form. In his absence, therefore, his words of direction should be the pride of the disciple. If one thinks that he is above consulting anyone else, including a spiritual master, he is at once an offender at the lotus feet of the Lord. So no one is free, even myself. I have to consult somebody as a sannyasi. And I did already. Some of them, they're giving me advice. So you should also. All of you. Not just me. All of you have to consult someone, including Bumps. Yes. Everyone has to consult someone who is more like advanced than you are, whom you can feel, let's say, trustworthy. You're confident. You are that person will not spread whatever is going on with you. There'll be some confidentiality. Someone you can really trust and like almost like giving yourself. It's very, very rare to find a person, but you should find. You need a friend. He's a friend. Guru is a friend also because he wants for our own welfare, for our own security, for our own protection. You always think like that. Yeah. Hmm. Such an offender can never go back to Godhead. Oh, if one thinks he's above consulting anyone else, that is an offense, including a spiritual master. That's what he says. He's an offender at the lotus feet of the Lord. Hare Krishna. How many knows this? How many is knowing this? And not many. Oh no, Maharaj, I'm doing it for Krishna. I don't need anybody. I know. Through my experience, through my knowledge, I can make my own decision. Hare Krishna. This is not possible. This is not what it says here. Isn't it? It is very clear. It's very clear. Such an offender can never go back to Godhead. Obviously, he needs a guide. It's like even to go to Vrindavan, you need to ask some permission from the Guru. Yeah. In the beginning, when I went to Vrindavan, he told me, "You come with me." When I decided to live in India, he told me, "You come with me." Then I became his secretary and his servant for 27 years. Yeah. So he knows how to engage again. And every time I go out of the country, I will always see Guru Maharaj. Never fails. Mm-mm. Yes. So we need this shiksha. Siksha Guru. That's what I'm saying. Siksha Guru. Or Siksha Guru or the Diksha Guru. If the Diksha Guru is not anymore there, then the Siksha Guru. We all need that. It is imperative that a serious person accept a bona fide spiritual master in terms of the sastric injunctions. Srila Jiva Goswami advises that one accept a spiritual master in terms, one not accept. Oh, yes, I was wondering. Sri Jiva Goswami advises that one not accept a spiritual master in terms of hereditary or customary social and ecclesiastical conventions. This is very, um, in India, they have what you call Kula Guru. Yeah? Oh, he's my Kula Guru. Or my father's Kula Guru, then he is my Guru also. A family Guru, that means Kula. A family Guru. If they're bona fide, why not? If they're within the paramparas, there are 4 paramparas for disciplic succession. Anything else, especially in India, every day there's a born god. There's a god factory in India. No, not the big G, small G. Or if you upside down, it becomes different. India is so fascinating in that way. Yes. So one should simply try to find a genuinely qualified spiritual master for actual advancement in spiritual understanding. Prabhupada, so simple. So simple. One should simply try to find a genuinely qualified spiritual master. Hare Krishna. Okay, we stop here. Any points? Any question? Yes. Ladies first. No, she raised her hands first. Yes.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you.
Haribo.
I've come across some devotees in the temple too, like who come regularly.
What's that again?
I've come across some devotees who come regularly to our temple.
Okay.
So I just want to understand, like, they only consider Prabhupada as the Siksha Guru. They don't want to take any Diksha. How does that work?
Then it will not work. How does it work? It will not
Because
work.
they say, oh, Prabhupada is all my Guru.
Yeah, they can say whatever they like, but they have to follow the instruction of the Sastra.
Yes.
Yeah. So they need to be educated. And if they're chanting, they'll be purified. They will also come to the point that they will accept a bona fide guru. Because as I said, that is the conclusion. Remember? Everything that we do in the beginning, the conclusion is that I need a guru. But then that is not the conclusion. That is only the beginning again.
So when it comes to services, special services that only initiated devotees can do, they say, oh, Prabhupada is my Guru, I can do it.
Yeah, you can do artik at home, no problem. But you cannot do artik in the temple. You cannot cook. You should not. No one should cook. Brahmana should only cook. Even on Sunday feast. Yes, because you offer that to Krishna also. You offer that to Krishna, right? So how a non-initiated devotee can cook? How can you offer to Krishna? It's not matching here. That's why you need to get initiated. You want getting Brahman initiation means getting closer to Krishna by worshiping him in his deity form. Yeah. Someone has to tell them. But if they don't want to, then what can you do?
They get agitated.
It's okay, but then they cannot do other things. Yes, go ahead. No, because you're so much. You have a loud voice, I know. But
I think I can fix it up. It's a very serious matter to find a genuine spiritual master.
yeah.
Because, first of all, the human form of life is very rare. The, my question is how an ordinary person, if we go to an institution like ISKCON,
Mm.
then they recommend us to study the scriptures. And the
Yeah.
scriptures tell us, explain us what are the qualities of a genuine
Guru.
spiritual master.
Yes.
Now, if somebody is, how many institutions are there, like which teaches us, which tells the people to study the scriptures?
Okay,
Now,
what
my
is
question
the question? What is the
instead of
question?
making it long enough,
Okay.
my question is, are we consider ourselves to be very fortunate? We find a genuine spiritual master, or what it depends on? Does it depend on somebody's previous karma to find a genuine spiritual master? Because there are more bogus spiritual masters than the genuine spiritual master.
Yes.
So what it depends on? That's what
It depends on your sincerity. It depends on one's sincerity. How you receive the mercy from Lord Krishna to meet a bona fide spiritual master. The others, they're not, they have other desire except pure bhakti. If you only have desire for pure bhakti, then Krishna will send you a bona fide guru. If you want something, want for material gain or wealth, then you'll go to a person whom you think he'll be able to give you this. But no, he will be cheating you. He's a cheater. He's not a teacher, he is a cheater. So your fortune came from Srila Prabhupada. All of our fortune came from Srila Prabhupada. Then our Guru Maharaj is the one who passes that fortune to us. Okay, that is the big difference of those who have come in contact with our Hare Krishna movement. It's not by chance. It is destined to be like that. Yeah. And our Guru Maharaj is the instrument, we call it instrument, via media, for us to be connected to the parampara, to Krishna, ultimately. And others who did not, of course, there are many gurus in ISKCON, there are many gurus, right? Again, they're pure, all of them are pure, but then there's different levels of purity. Yeah, so Nectar of Devotion says, what in Dwarka is pure, then Mathura is more pure. And then you go to Govardhan, but then within Govardhan there is Radhakund. That's the most purest. Purest. So even spiritual master, because they're all, you may say, empowered by the Supreme Lord to regain the conditioned souls to go back home, back to Godhead. So they meet those certain disciples. As we mentioned earlier also, it is not that we found our Guru, it is he who found us. This is because he's the messenger. He's the messenger. He's the one who's gonna look which house do you live, which number, which you have a big house like this or you have a small house. He'll find you. because we are becoming sincere. Again, this is um, the understanding. Okay? Anything else? Okay, last two questions here. Last two questions. Mataji, yes.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Haribol.
So you mentioned that spiritual master engages the disciple based on their tendency. What they
Yeah,
do.
their tendency
So-
to do that.
And then he instructs based on that
But even,
ability.
yeah.
But if you didn't get any direct instructions, what do you understand from that? You didn't get any direct instruction, but you're still doing seva in whichever field. So how do you understand that you are not eligible or good enough, or you
No.
just got the service because spiritual master
Krishna also guides
tried?
Paramatma for you to be engaged in that service. It is not by chance. Or if it is by chance, it's a good chance. Yeah, wherever you are, Guru Maharaj will just fan that spark.
It doesn't have to be direct, like.
No, it's not necessarily like that all the time. But some specific instructions will be given to a specific disciple. Yeah.
If you don't get that specific instruction, that means you're not ready for it.
No. If you don't get the direct instruction from him, you're already being engaged. You're already being engaged. And that is Krishna's arrangement for you to be engaged. Okay? Last question.
Thank you, Maharaj. Maharaj, what will be your instructions for inspiring devotees for next moment?
For those who were aspiring for Guru Maharaj, it's not so easy because, again, the opportunity to have that initiation, physical initiation, did not happen. But consider yourself as you are a disciple. He is a Siksha Guru for you. So for now, just wait for some time and pray to Lord Krishna, Krishna Balaram, and to the spiritual master, to our Guru Maharaj, for you to find a genuine, bona fide spiritual master. And that will come. No hurry. Okay, but no one can tell you who. You should not be forced. No one can force you here because you're the one who's going to make the decision. And once you make that decision, that means responsibility. It's not that, oh, I made a mistake. Let me find somebody else. It's a big headache.
Can I add something?
Add.
Not add to his question.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So as you said during the class
Mm.
that initiation is given on behalf of Prabhupada and the Guru Parampara. This has been stated to us again and again, saying it's okay if you're not able to do it there, do it from here. It's anyways given on behalf of the Guru Parampara. It's anyways given on behalf of Krishna Prabhupada.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's become very hard to say no, thank you.
Yeah, well, but your reason is I need to have the personal relationship, the contact should be there. It's not that after you got initiated, bye-bye, I may not see you again. Because you need someone to to ask some help. Yeah. Someone who you can disclose what's in your heart, outpouring of what's inside you. This is very important. Yeah, very important. So, yes, this is the duty of the spiritual master. Mm-mm. And again, we have to be careful in approaching who will be your Guru Maharaj. You have to be careful because he will be for the rest of your life. And birth after birth, yes, but in this lifetime. But you see, the mood will change again if you. I mean, you have to find. You need to find the devotee who has the same mood as Guru Maharaj, similar mood, so that because Guru Maharaj has that special uniqueness. How can you compare him to others? Or how can you compare others to him? So in a similar, there must be some kind of similarities. You have to look for that, and that similarity, then you'll feel more comfortable to surrender. Okay. Thank you all very much. Srila Prabhupada Ki, Guru Maharaj Ki, Jai Gaur Sitanath Pramanande. Okay, it's late, eh?
Jonathan Maharaj ki.
Hibo. Okay. Haribo.
We would like to do the Aarti upstairs for the Atithis instead of the Ramananda.
Where do you want to do it? Here or upstairs?
Upstairs.
Upstairs.
That-
There's not enough room there.
They will,
There'll be room?
yes.
Okay. No problem. Mhm.